Now, let's also take a look at some other elements that we might want to add. On web pages, we see not just titles and not just text, but we might also see lists, for example. Like if you've ever used a to-do list program on a web page, for example, you might see a list of things that you need to do, or other web pages might display lists of information. And it turns out that HTML has two basic types of lists. We have ordered lists for things that are in a particular order, like item number 1, item number 2, item number 3. And we have unordered lists for lists that don't have any particular order. So just bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, for example. And both are quite easy to use. I'll go ahead and create a new file. And we'll call this lists.html. And again, in list.html, I'll copy the same structure from hello.html. We're again going to have doctype HTML just to indicate the version of HTML. Most of the heading is the same. I'm just going to change the title from hello to lists. And then we're going to replace the body of this page to show some different information here. So let me first show what an ordered list might look like, something that has numbers 1, 2, 3. And ordered as an HTML tag is just OL for ordered list. So I can add a tag that says OL. And now inside of my OL element, my ordered list element, I need a new element for every list item. List item we're going to abbreviate to just li. So the li tag in HTML is what we're going to use to designate an item inside of an HTML list. So here, for example, I could say li and then first item. Then I could do the same thing, li second item, and then again li third item. So what I have here are some elements, and then elements nested within other elements. I have an ordered list element inside of which are 3 other HTML elements, 3 list items that are each indicating each of the individual items that are inside of my HTML list. I can now open this up by opening lists.html. And this is what I see. I see an ordered list, where I have item number 1, first item, second item, third item. Note that I didn't actually need to in the HTML anywhere specify the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3. When my web browser reads this should be an order list, my web browser, Chrome in this case, just adds those numbers in for me because it knows what an ordered list means, and it knows how to take the HTML that I've written and display it in the way that I intend to the user. Now, in addition to ordered lists that all have numbers 1, 2, 3, we also have unordered lists that are just bullet points of information. So I could, up above, add some more content to this HTML page. I can say here is an unordered list. And just as an ordered list we represented using the OL tag in HTML, OL standing for ordered list, likewise we can use the UL tag in HTML to create an unordered list, U for unordered. So here, we're going to add a UL tag. And again, my text editor here is automatically adding the closing tag here, this /UL, meaning the end of the unordered list. And many text editors will do this now just so you, the programmer, don't forget to add that. And now inside of this unordered list, we're again going to have some list items. Also, using the li tag, here is one item. And here is another item. And here is yet another item. If I go ahead and refresh the page now, I'm still on list.html, I now see that on top of my ordered list, I have an unordered list, where each item instead of being numbered 1, 2, 3, is instead labeled with just bullet point, where each of these bullet points and each of these numbered items is a list item element, or in li. So hopefully now we can see that as we start to explore these various different HTML tags, and nesting HTML tags inside of one another, we're able to create more and more interesting web pages as a result. So, in the next video we will look at the other types of HTML elements. In addition to lists, one thing you might imagine is that one of the important things on the web is not just displaying text, but also displaying other types of media, like images, for example. Thank you.